Kids these days. That's what we like to say nowadays. Kids these days. As if we have somehow forgotten what it's like to be a kid. We talk about their cell phones. They're always on their phones. Back in my day, do you not remember television? I mean, yeah, kids are on their phones quite a bit. What I've never noticed any of my children ever do was sit in front of the TV on Saturday morning for like 6 hours with a mixing bowl full of Captain Crunch, watching the Smurfs, He-Man, or Jabberjaw. What's the first thing you wanted to do when you got home from school? That's right, after-school programs, reading Rainbow, all that good stuff. Oh, and at night, what we do at night? We'd finish dinner real quick. Why? So we could go watch The Cosby Show, Growing Pains, Cheers, 227, Punky Brewster. Yet we have somehow forgotten that we invested as much time as our children do in the things that we had access to. I don't know if we're jealous. The truth is, they just have access to cooler stuff than we did. How many hours do we spend with Walkmans on and cassette players listening to music? Thousands. Or waiting up to listen to the radio for dedications, hours upon hours upon hours. And then we act as if like video games has ruined this generation. Do you remember Nintendo? I do. I can't tell you how many hours I wasted of my youth playing Mario Brothers, Excite Bike, Ninja Gaiden, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Zelda, Metroid. I mean, everything. I mean, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. Yet somehow, I was able to grow up, be a productive citizen, and stay out of prison. The ironic thing is, we act as if we're not on our cell phones all the time. I mean, Mom, Dad, put your cell phone down for a while and see how you like it. You don't. You're on it just as much as they are. But where it's for work or business or all the fun things we use it for, just like they do. Now, sure, we were much more active than they were. We went outside and played and rode our bikes a lot more. But let me clue you in on something. If I had the internet, if I had Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and whatever, I wouldn't have seen the outdoors. I mean, we act as if we wouldn't have been the exact same if given the exact same things, as if there's some giant degradation of intelligence and morality from children now because they have better stuff than we had to play with. And when have we forgotten that every generation thinks the next generation is going to ruin the world? I'm 41 years old. I was Generation X. My baby boomer parents and that generation thought we were lazy, stupid, we're going to ruin the world. Like, we would listen to music backwards and heard satanic messages and, the same exact things that we now say about the millennials were the things that were said about us. Remember back in the 60s and 50s, that generation that raised us? Yeah, they were terrible because of rock and roll, free love, all this crazy stuff. Because the generation from World War II hated them. We act as if we have not seen this pattern go over and over and over and over again. Yet, we forget. Now, yes, I think things like cyberbullying are ridiculous and there's no place for it whatsoever. But in my day, bullies just made you feel like crap in person. Like many of you, I think stuff like participation trophies are silly and completely unnecessary. I think self-entitlement needs to go by the wayside. But remember, we were so smart, we thought seatbelts were overrated. That a safe mode of transportation was sitting in the back of an open pickup truck. Car seats? Nah, who needs them? Mom and Dad would just sit in the car with the windows rolled up and smoke cigarettes and just choke you out. So yeah, we had it really good too. We were geniuses. In closing, I just want to say, give kids a break, okay? We're going to give the world to them. They're not going to break it. They're not going to put us into ruin. Just love them. And remember that you were a kid too. I was a kid. I think I was a kid. Yeah, I was a kid. You were a kid. We were all kids once. So let's not act as if childhood and teenagers think and act and react any differently than the rest of us did. Yeah, kids these days.